Hello, Killian. How are you? Good morning. It's Monday, 11 a.m. I'm sorry for getting back to you so late, but weekend is really busy for us, and I wanted to pay specific detail and attention to your listing, and that's why kind of built this presentation for you guys. I know we have told you that we need to send a CMA information back to you guys. What I believe within my gut is the right course of action. There's a couple of things that we have to talk about, but I believe the most important part is the things that I said, that was the ability to put it in the private listing community, right? It's not going to be available to everyone in the public, but just real estate agents that allow buyers, a very specific set of buyers with a very specific set of skills, which is the things that we're looking for, which is lease back and the price point, so on and so forth, like we talked before. Thank you very much again, and let me start by sharing my desk. And this is the platform that I use to do the CMAs for my clients. It has the agent resume in here, my company, what a CMA is, what is in the MLS, the comps that I was able to find, the average pricing, price per square foot, the time to sell, online valuation, which is the typical silo, the suggested listed price, and how we work. On this one, this is the main presentation that I use for most of the sellers. For you, we already talked about it will be a little different. Okay, so without further ado, let me start the presentation. Well, this is my resume. We already had the opportunity to meet and talk about who we are, what we do, and our background. Our company, of course, with Real Broker and the ability to put your listing, and also throughout our entire nationwide brokerage network, which is a great thing to have. And this one, what is a CMA? I know you're an engineer and probably you know your stuff, but I want to go over again, right? What a CMA is. The CMA is pretty much a comparison side by side. Let's say an apples to apples condition. That's what the appraiser is going to look for, to see how much a house has sold for, and then based on absorption, demand, details on the home, what this house pretty much is worth. That would, if there's a financing behind it, if this house is worth what the contract is saying. So let me rephrase this and put it out. The job of the appraiser is to match the to confirm that the property value is what it's on the contract. Okay, so in other words, if I get to buy your house and the house is worth $3 million and the appraisal comes back at 1.5, is because his duty was to make sure that the house is worth what the contract, not what the market is saying. That we can order one and he will tell you, you'll pay $800 for it, and he will tell you to the T, these guys are licensed through the state of Texas to give you that opinion of value. Okay, and they will give you what the house in his opinion is worth. But in this case, whenever there's a real estate transaction, their job is to make sure the house is worth what the contract says. So that's important. Also, of course, that is within the range. 20%, we talk about 20% square footage up and down within the range of years. Importantly, really important, within the same subdivision, and then they start changing stuff, which is what we did today. Very important. A CMA is a here and now snapshot of the market. So these might change. If somebody lists a property tomorrow, this may change. If a property that is active right now on the MLS it gets sold tonight or tomorrow, it might change this. So it's really important for me to tell you that this is a snapshot of today's close, pending sales, price reductions, etc. I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Okay, so I believe that was important for me to disclose to you. And there's a really quick video what the MLS is. Most of the sellers really don't understand what an MLS is, but I'm gonna skip this one because I know you are a techie guy and it's important for you. Okay, so here are the 4 comps that we were able to find. Chris and I, we did it together. We did it separately to see if we can, meet somewhere in the middle, and I believe this is our best combination based on what we were able to find. Important, this is again the same subdivision, and we found one that it sold for 1 million, another one that sold for 950, 194, and 199. These are, we believe, the best apples to apples match properties to yours. This is within the range of the square footage. This is within the range of the square footage. Number of bedrooms and baths. I know you have more bedrooms, right? But at the end, it comes down to it will supersede the square footage, right? Baths are something important because that's a really expensive detail. So we're right in the money where it comes down to bathrooms. Okay, the lot size, pretty much all of them are. Look, even this one is a lot bigger than yours. It has a metal roof and stuff, but still within the range of the price per square foot. I mean, average sales price that we're talking about. So I'm gonna send you this so you can be able to play with this online. This is an online presentation. So these are really the numbers, and let me go and deep dive into the photos. I believe the photos will really tell the story of a home. So the first property that we're going to review, unfortunately this lesson presentation doesn't give us really great pictures, but let me jump into the MLS and find that property, and these are better photos for you. Driveway, great driveway, 2-car garage. Look, this kitchen, this flooring, as you can see, is really look like yours, right? The cabinetry looks like yours, 42 inches, but not all the way to the ceiling. Gray appliances. This one has 2 islands. So I'm gonna go really quickly. I don't want to go into like the little details, but overall, it does look like yours. Yours have a way better chimney, but this one has a custom cabinetry. This is a wine room, really pretty, nice flooring. So I believe this is really close to you. Master has also really nice viewing. Yours has it too. This bathroom, of course, they use the white. It looks newer. They use the white cabinetry and really nice faucets, really nice. The washer and dryer, flooring. The only thing that, for example, I do know this house is 3,600 square foot home, right? I know it's a smaller, okay, but the reason I added into a CMA is to compensate that it has a pool. Now, this one I decided to add to the CMA, even though it has a pool, because it has a smaller square footage. So somehow I need to compensate that. Rule of thumb: do not use this type of comp unless it's really necessary, and I believe it's necessary, and it's something that it's not like a super high end pool, but at the end, to compensate the square footage of the home is worth it. It has the shingles, it has a patio in the back, it has different amenities in the house that I believe it could be used as a comparable. Now the next one, Burgundy. This one, it really takes it. No, I'm gonna open to the. It takes it to the next level. I believe the craftsmanship, for lack of a better term, is a lot better and higher. Okay, so let me open this up. Where are the pictures? There you go. The pictures are here. Dusk pictures. Look at the ceilings. Look at the craftsmanship between flooring, and I believe the furniture makes a big difference too. There's something that we have to declutter, some changes that we have to do, and I will advise you to do it. But I did in this one, the furniture does it a real good justice to this house. Again, it's really open space like yours, with the kitchen view and the dining room. It does have a wine little room in here. cabinetry is a little bit better than yours because he only also has a second level, not a way to the ceiling, but it has a second level to it. Big island. So I believe this one looks like yours. You have these beautiful windows, looking uh, at the backyard. So I believe this is a great comparable. And let's continue to the next one. Will be this one, also same square footage. We're off 100 square feet home, so for 1.1, let's say. And again, let me go into this MLS so we can see better pictures, to be honest, because now I do believe this one is pending. They listed at 1.4, but we don't know what they contracted for. So whenever I said that the CMA is a living mechanism, a living creature, yeah, whenever this one closes and it closes to for whatever amount, will things will change. But what we do know is that somebody bought it and closed on it. Let's see what the time is. They bought it June last year, so it's still a comparable, and they decided to almost flip this house, right? And now it's for sale. It got into a contract really quickly, less than a month. But anyways, they look like they reused the same photos. Metal roof, looks beautiful. No, you can tell. I believe it looks like yours too, based on the ceiling. This is a lot modern style, more straight squares, but I believe it will be a comparable. Kitchen, as you can see, this one they do take it to the next level, and they take it almost the way to the roof, to the ceiling. I'm sorry. Great open space, but then again, I know they're so custom, but at the end they have a little features involved. Metal railing. The doors are a lot more updated, more modern. The view that your bedroom has. Great bathroom, so on and so forth. So this one, I believe, is also a comparable for us. It has a game room, movie theater like yours. This one has a little more updated. They did use it as a game room and TV room. Has a patio, great patio as well, like yours. And anyways, that's the next one. And then this one, I was able to find it. It is not on Zillow, it's not on Trulia. It was just a private listing on the MLS. So let me open this up. And so again, I'm doing this activity so you can see the pictures of the house. Okay, this one listed for 1.139, but sold for 199. I don't know if you can see it. Oh no, you cannot see it at the bottom. But let me see if I can move this. There you go. It sold for 199. 199. It sold for 199. Let me see. These are the pictures. A lot more stone, which therefore it's a lot more expensive. A lot more customized, a lot more wood, stone on the inside. I believe that's why they listed a lot higher, because of the craftsmanship. But with that being said, whenever you make a house really personalized, that does not mean that it's worth a lot more, because whatever you like, that does not necessarily show what other people likes and needs are. But still, beautiful home. The flooring is beautiful, the rock, the wood, the accents, the sink, but still look like your kitchen. They just use tons of rock, and price is really high. Anyways, nonetheless, they listed for almost 1.2, and so for 199. So then again, 2-story, beautiful home. I believe it's still comparable for us. Great patio. It doesn't have the cover patio that you have, but then again, it has some improvements throughout the house that is worth. Oh, by the way, these guys do have in the back like a little casita, a barn. It looked like it was like an office space, a storage, 4-car garage. So anyways, this one again, it listed for 1.139 and sold for 199. Okay, and let's go back to the comps. That being said, and I'm sorry I'm taking a lot longer, but I think it's worth mention this and it's really important. Uh, the average pricing, this and the one at the bottom is the one that I manually add because there was not a public information on it, and so we have a 1.18 and 1.99, which is the one that I added. That it was really personalized. Okay, uh, price per square foot is taking it to 261. I personally don't like this approach because if you if a house is $200 price per square foot, you cannot and you should not. It's only used for a range and also most of the time for brand new home construction. I cannot multiply that times the square footage because the ranges they go crazy. They just it doesn't make sense, as you as an engineer probably already know this. Also, time to sell. This analysis will allow us that most of the houses they usually stay in the market for 85 days, and from the listing price from 100,000. Let's say an example. If you ask for 100,000 for a house, most of the houses that are listed in this area and this niche, most of the time they're selling at 99.1% of the list price. So where am I taking this? Let's take to the next one. Online evaluation, and I think this is huge. Zillow is a monster, marketing monster. They spend billions of dollars on creating these algorithms and trying to get market share. They are buying properties. They just announced that they're losing money buying their properties, so on and so forth. It's a monster, but at the end, I believe that people still looking forward to get into this market share. Anyways, long story short, this is how accurate they are, at least in this subdivision. So we were able to analyze it, and this house, they thought it was $1.2 million, 1.282, and it sold for one. This one said, hey, this is worth 1.2 and sold for 1955. This one listed for, its estimates was that 1.3 and it sold for only 194. And this one they said that, which makes it an average of 1.266. That's what Zillow is saying, that hey, your house is worth this much, but at the end, how much somebody is willing to pay for the house, that's what ultimately matters. And there's a 24% chances that they are missing the ball. So they spend billions of dollars creating a really good, very friendly website, gathering all type of data, but still there's a 24% chances of margin of error. So they do have something that is really valuable, which is data, right, throughout the US, and they're worth billions because of that, but not necessarily because they are really accurate on their mechanism. So that being said, it comes down to this. It comes down to the range that I would list this price based on this analysis is 1.110 and 1.179. I believe the sweet spot will be 1.145. Again, this is us placing it in the private listing, right? Taking professional photos, decluttering the house, understanding that we do want a lease back for 12 months, and all the terms that we talked about. I understand that you want a 1.4 for your house. I don't want to tell you that you're wrong. I believe I'm humble enough that I will say, you know what, I've been proven otherwise, but the data is just the data. And we can work with you to go a lot higher, but it's really important for me to say, look, we got an offer for 1.1, we got an offer for 1.1845. The numbers don't work. They at this level, the buyers are a lot more educated. Everybody's a lot more educated. So anyways, the marketing plan, this is for typical marketing the property. For yours will be really special, so I'm gonna send another email with the detail on how we're gonna market your property, which is not gonna be pretty much everybody is a frenzy. The pricing, this is for a typical listing. Yours will be different, like we said, because you are a for sale owner. I'm gonna repeat it. if you we're gonna sign the listing agreement, and we're gonna push you, give you the tools and the marketing so you can sell your own house, honestly. And if you are the procuring cost of that buyer, we only gonna charge 3%. If we are the the procuring cost of that buyer, we're gonna charge 4%. And if another agent in our MLS brings the buyer, we'll have to charge you 6% of the listing price. You already know this. Market value, supply and demand. I know we have a lot of demand, but at the end, right? At the end, what a fair market value will attract is the buyers. And overpricing, even today, the used cars, as an example, we went shopping, and whenever somebody said, "Hey, this car, 20,000 miles, used is worth 32,000, but you can buy a brand new for 31,000." It doesn't matter. It's overpriced, and I believe it does apply with the houses as well. Okay, so if it's overpriced and the condition is not meeting the price, it's not gonna sell. Bottom line. Client testimonials, that's something that I had in the listing presentation. And the listing paperwork, it will be a little bit different than yours, but very much we're going to send an email with the detailed information how we're going to go over the listing presentation overview in the next video. So that was it. That's my listing presentation to you. If you have questions, we can go over a Zoom call to have it more relaxed at night, so we can talk about it, have questions. If you want me to pull, if you have different data, send it to me. We can, we can talk about it. And well, that's about it. Thank you very much. Again, very, very nice to meet you. And talk to you soon. Bye bye.